Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a super fun layout for you guys. I am going to go ahead and tell you that it cuts out early, but I will do a short little quick video at the end of this little video and show you exactly what it looks like and what I did off camera. So first I started with a white piece of cardstock and I am using some white gesso. I'm going to do a ton of mixed media on this layout. So I'm going to go ahead and prep the page because I feel like last time I think I did not, and the smushing didn't work quite as well. So I am going to prep my page and you're going to see me do a lot of drying in this video. I'm using my heat tool. I love this little thing. And as you can see, I already went ahead and adhered the white cardstock to my pattern paper. Last time I did not do that and it warped a ton. And so I feel like it turns out better. It doesn't warp as much if you already go ahead and adhere it to your, mat it, I guess. So I'm using distress inks. I'm grabbing these things back out and using them in different ways than I used to, and I'm loving it. They have all of these new oxide inks, and I just can't personally invest in them because I have all of these regular distress inks that I barely ever use. So I need to use them, so I'm using them. And you can see that I've been using them quite a bit in my last couple videos. So this first color that I'm using is the color Cracked Pistachio, which is super, super pretty. I tried to use colors that went with this collection, and this is the Echo Park Summer Dreams collection. And now I am using Spun Sugar, which is just a really, really light kind of baby pink. And I am using the packaging technique, which Missy Whitten is famous for. I don't know if she's the one that came up with it, but she's the first one that I saw use it. And so I always kind of say her name when I do this. I am using my mini mister from Tim Holtz as well, or Ranger, I guess. And so I just smush the ink pad on the packaging and then I spray it with some water and then put it down on the white cardstock. And you want to make sure that you're drying in between all of the layers, because you'll see in a couple places here that it gets a little muddy looking because I didn't get it dried good enough. And the colors kind of mix instead of layering on top of each other. But that's okay. I'm good with it. A lot of this actually gets covered up in the end, but I've had a lot of fun creating this. So the next color, and I think it is mustard seed. Yes, that is this color, this nice, bright, pretty yellow. I really, really love this yellow. It's super, super bright and super, super pretty. So the other two colors were a little less bright. They're a little more soft looking, I guess, when they dry. But this yellow stays pretty bright. And I really wanted the yellow in there because of the yellow in the car behind my husband and then in the pictures. And then there's yellow in this collection as well. So when I do mixed media, I always like to dry on both sides. I like to get the front side that I'm doing the mixed media on dry and then turn it over and hit it with the heat tool as well. And it helps with the warping. It kind of helps flatten it out, I guess. And now I'm going around with a tissue, and there's a couple spots that I could tell they just weren't drying. And so I'm just kind of dabbing them with a tissue. And it's super early in the morning on Sunday, so I'm drinking my coffee. So yeah, I'm going around and look. The reason I'm like tilting it is because you can see the sheen of it, or shine, I guess, when it's still wet, and I was just kind of trying to find the spots that were still wet. So the last distress ink that I'm using is Faded Jeans, and it's a nice dark blue. So all of these colors were in this collection. I was thinking about putting an orange in there, but I thought that this was enough. I thought that this was definitely good enough for my background. So I'm just going to keep smushing that around until I like the way that it looks. And I really, really love this. It's super pretty. And I actually ended up going in a completely different direction, which happens. Sometimes you have an idea in your head, and then sometimes your idea turns into a completely different idea right here. I had this vellum sitting off to the side, and I was like, I really, really love vellum right now, and I really love the softness that it brings to this harsh, I guess, background. It's not really harsh, but vibrant, or I don't know what the right word is, but I really, really, really love the way that it looks with the vellum on top. So I'm going to do that. Let's just do it, you guys. Let's just go for it. So I am going to put adhesive in the center of this vellum because you're going to be able to see the adhesive. That's the only thing I don't like about vellum. So I'm going to line it up as best as possible, but it is a little warped, so it's not going to be perfect. But that's okay because I'm going to end up doing a frame around the whole thing. Like, this layout just went completely different way than I expected it to go. So I'm going to take one of the 12 by 12 papers from this collection. I did get the collection pack from this collection, plus the ephemera and the 6 by 6 paper pad. So I'm going to cut 4 strips from that 12 by 12 paper, and I'm going to make a frame around the vellum and around the mixed media part because I want to be able to glue it down, and I want the vellum to stay down. I don't want it to curl up on the edges because if you put adhesive behind the vellum, you're going to be able to see it. So I'm going to have to cover it up. So I thought that a frame would be perfect. So I am going to go ahead and do that around all 4 of the edges, or the sides, I guess. And I love the way that this looks. I really, really do. And yet again, after I do this and after I start gluing everything down, I'm like, hey, let's make this a shaker page. Why not? Let's pull out some sequins and have some fun. I love the way that it looks. I love the shaker. Sorry, I'm playing with it. I love the way that the shaker looks, but it did give some dimension behind the vellum, and so you can still see the mixed media behind the vellum, but not as well as I would have liked you to see it. So, like I said, it went a completely different way. Part of me wishes that I would have just kept it just like this and not put the sequins behind it. But what fun would that have been? I needed to do something. I needed to shake things up with a shaker. I always enjoy a shaker, and I love the way that it looks. So I'm going to pull the top of that down. And you guys know that the adhesive is in the middle of the vellum. So shaker's only going to be at the top half. And I am using some navy blue sequins from my stash. And then I'm also using some Spiegelbaum scraps, the Sparkle Power, and the Too Cool for You. The Too Cool for You is the yellow, and the aqua colored ones that I used are from the Sparkle Power. These are super, super pretty sequins. I really, really love them. So to keep these little sequins in there, because I know my ATG is just not going to keep it stuck down just as good as I want it. So I'm going to use some of my double-sided sticky tape and put down behind the little frame. And you can see that it causes a little bit of a dimension with the sequins. Obviously, it's not going to be flat because they're not flat. And there's a whole bunch in there. And I really do, in the end, love the way that it looks. But I don't know. Part of me wishes that I would not have done the sequence. Again, I love it. I love the way that it looks. But I really did like the mixed media aspect of this layout. And in the end, you can still see it, but not as much, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea. So that is the way that it looks. And so now I'm going to go ahead and take the photo and start working with the photos and some embellishing and all that good stuff. So I do know that I want to use this photo because it's a dark background and it'll help not get lost in all of the mixed media and the sequins and the vellum and all of that good stuff. So I wanted something that was a little bit darker. And then I have these pieces that I just cut off that paper that look like, I guess, paint strokes or brush strokes, not paint strokes. brush strokes. And so I'm going to use those to add a little extra layer. And I'm going to use some of this foam, craft foam, for my dimension behind my photo. And like I said before, I do like this on like behind photos and stuff. I just hate using it for like ephemera pieces or like small things that I'm going to put down. It's just a pain in the butt. So I'm going to use this glue that I've had in my stash for quite a while, never opened it. I actually really like it. It's called Zip Dry Scrapbook Glue, and it's fast drying glue for photos and paper, wrinkle free. And that's the reason why I like it. I like that it's wrinkle free. I've been finding that when I'm using my glossy accents for the foam, it is wrinkling, and I really am not really happy about it. So, that is that. I don't know if I can link to that. I don't know if scrapbook.com has that glue, but I will surely check it out and see. And so now I'm going to pull out these thickers that I got from the Cocoa Daisy kit, the July kit. No, not the July, the June kit, excuse me. They're so pretty. They're like an ombre aqua color, and they're just really pretty. So the title of my layout is going to be Summer Lovin' Had Me a Blast. So you guys are only going to see the Summer Lovin' part, and then it's going to cut out. I really, really apologize. But there is going to be another short little clip after this video, and there will be close-ups at the end. So make sure that you hang on for the rest of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. All right, you guys, so I do want to apologize. My video turned off before I was finished, and you guys didn't get to see it. And I didn't know that it turned off until I was done. So the title of this layout is Summer Lovin' Had Me a Blast. I did not have that done. I was only getting the lovin' down. And then I did some embellishing here. I used some of the stickers from this collection, and I used some of the die cuts from the collection as well, and just layered them right here. And then I took a frame and a label and layered those there. And I took a couple navy blue sequins, one there, one here, and then 3 up there. And then that is the layout. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Again, it's a shaker. Woohoo! I'm sorry that the video cut out. I really apologize because this was a super fun layout. It was definitely a different layout for me. And I really had a good time, but it took a long time. It really did. It took over an hour to complete this layout, which is unusual for me. But I love it. I love the way that it turned out. So there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. And also, I will be doing a flip through of all my layouts that I've created this month at the end of this month. Thank you guys so much for watching my video a day and commenting. Please don't forget to comment. I really, really love hearing from you guys, and I love interacting with you guys. So please leave a comment. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I hope y'all join me in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.